Rangers returned to European football with a Champions League second qualifying round tie against Panathinaikos, and the player ratings returns to Fog Football. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. It's been a while since we had player ratings, but it's been a while since we had a big game that was worthy of the player ratings. But this one is certainly it. Rangers in the first leg of their second qualifying round against Panathinaikos, they got the job done 2-0. It wasn't the greatest performance, but hell, if you offered them 2-0 at the start to take away to Greece, I think they would have taken it.
Absolutely. The biggest team in town, playing in the biggest competition in town. That's what other people say. So I'm going to stick with that. It's the biggest competition, regardless of qualifiers, because you have to qualify. Every team has to qualify this year. No guarantee.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Now, there were some better performers than others. Some players put in decent games. Some players were pretty anonymous, if you ask me. But we're here to discuss all that. We're here to rank them all, rate them all, and including the substitutes as well. And, of course, the main man, Russell Martin on the sidelines.
Russell Martin, what a guy, what a beautiful man.
It's weird that the main man stands on the sidelines, isn't it? Because normally you'd associate someone who stands on the sidelines as like a diddy man, a relevant man. If you're on the sidelines, it's like, you don't count, you don't matter.
Rangers have had a lot of diddy men on the sidelines for a lot of years, so it's good to have a guy that won his first game and didn't lose it.
Who knows, Russell Martin could turn out to be a diddy man on the sidelines.
He could be, but for right now, he is the man. He has 100% win ratio.
Yeah, well, you can't beat that in competitive games. Right, let's get into the goalkeeping position then. It was Jack Butland. Now, I'm not too sure how we're going to rate him, but I don't think his performance was quite worthy of letting him sleep with your wife. But I guess CJ Noble thought otherwise. Maybe the C in CJ stands for cup, but I mean, if he wants to let Butland, after a half-decent performance, go with his wife, then that's entirely up to him.
That is up to him.
Not the first time he's mentioned it, won't be the last time he's mentioned it.
He's not the only guy to mention it. I don't know what it is with Scottish football media on YouTube, but they tend to love the ranking the hotness of men compared to women. They don't tend to go into women.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
What's going on?
A player gets a 7 out of 10, and all of a sudden you're offering up your wife. It's a bit strange, but I thought Butland did have a pretty good game. I think it was one of his best games, obviously, last season. A lot of controversy around Butland. He came under a lot of pressure, lost his position to Liam Kelly. You could argue he didn't even deserve to be the Rangers #1 for this season, but I just think because it was Russell Martin that took over, he was always going to choose Butland because he's got that connection to England, and Butland made a career in England. So you look at Butland at his time with Crystal Palace and Stoke. To me, it doesn't really matter. Even if Liam Kelly was performing better in pre-season, I think Russell Martin was always going to give Butland the benefit of the doubt and give him another shot in the sticks. And
I agree.
He did well. He made a couple of good saves. I mean, I don't think he had a fantastic game like some people are making it. Because, Panathinaikos were on top, but, I mean, I thought most of his saves were pretty routine saves. They were good saves, but, I mean...
I would go a wee bit more than routine, but I think the key thing is with Butland, if we're being honest, right, I like Liam Kelly, and I do think he's been shafted to a degree, but at their peak, who's proved to be the best goalkeeper?
Well, it's Butland, isn't it? It's definitely Butland.
And that's what Russell Martin's probably looked at. He's probably went, if I can get that tune out of him, then he'll be better.
Look, there were some good saves. I can't really recall any. I think I wouldn't call it a mistake. I think the only moment where he looked a little bit flustered was the shot that he had to scramble for because he couldn't hold on to it. And now, fortunately for him,
that led to a goal.
For us. Yeah, so normally when the goalkeeper, fumbles the ball or whatnot, it leads to a goal for the opposition. But he managed to get up, gather it quickly, roll it out towards Raskin, and the rest is history. So, you know what? I will give Butland, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Big Champions League game, I'll give him an 8.
I'll give him a 9.
I'll give him a 9.
It's not quite a 10. Because as good as it's an 8.5. As good as he was, I do believe there was an element of luck as well with some of the defending and goalkeeping with Rangers. And I'm not taking any credit away from him, but I do think Panathinaikos, they didn't have their shooting boots on, so to speak. It's not like, as you pointed out, it's not like there was this save that was like, holy fuck, how did he get down to that?
Yeah, no, I thought there were some good saves with Butland, but
without him, Rangers do not keep a clean sheet.
You say that, could Kelly not have delivered this same performance? Did Butland do anything that Kelly couldn't have done? I don't recall any Superman-like saves.
I rate Kelly, though. It's a tough one. I know what you mean. 8.5, though. We'll move on.
Right,
He's no jumping into any bed.
James Tavernier I mean, a lot of people think this guy should have been put to bed a long time ago at Rangers, but for whatever reason, he's still there. I thought he'd done an okay job, you know. I mean,
the problem is,
I thought there was sometimes in the first half when Panathinaikos were attacking down Rangers' right-hand side where Tab was just not there. And that seems to be a familiar, that's like a familiar story.
Has got the fullbacks playing in the centre of the pitch. It's like Pep Guardiola. I don't think it's going to work.
Tab's not there at the best of times when he's actually playing at right back.
I will give James Tavernier I'll give him a 6 out of 10. I think he was the second best defender.
I'm going to give him a 7. I thought it was a solid game for him.
Alright.
So 6.5.
He didn't give the ball away as much as other two in the defence. Right, Giga, this guy making his competitive debut, didn't really hear his name a lot. He gave it away once, but considering that
I thought he was anonymous. I think
that's good for a centre-back. I'll give him a 7. To me, he didn't put a foot wrong, apart from when he gave it away once. But when you look around him, they gave it away about 10 times.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, if you're talking about what defender was the one that was making blocks and making challenges and standing up and being strong and winning headers, to me it's his partner.
Aye, but who caused them all?
Well,
you could argue, why is the G not helping suit her out with his own mistakes?
I'm going to give the G I'll give him a 6, so it's a 6.5. Right, up next, we've got John Suter, a guy that you were bashing very heavily last night, I must
tell you what, the first 45 minutes, I couldn't keep this guy's name out my mouth.
Honestly though, every time he made a mistake, he did kind of make up for it, like by throwing his body on the line. I mean, John's like that. Big Johnny. I mean, he'll fight to the death.
The unseen 17.
I mean, you can say that he's maybe not the best player or got the most talent, but I don't think you can question this guy's commitment and the fact that he does try. He'll give it his all, 100%. 100% John.
You know, I see the first half, man. It's close to being as fucking low as you could get, in my opinion. But the second half,
hold on here. It's not like he gave Panathinaikos chances and they scored. Every time he gave him a chance, he was fucking throwing his body in the line.
I'll give him a straight down the middle 5. No, that's no harsh, man. Anyone? No, I'm not having this. Do you come for the Neil McCann and Billy Dodds school?
I'm giving him a 7.
Nah, I'm not fucking having that.
So a 6 then. Lowest rated player so far. Poor John.
Right,
Aaron's wasn't that impressed with him.
Played out of possession, gave it away a lot.
This is the guy.
Not as much as Suter though.
He's supposed to come in and save Rangers. I wasn't overly impressed.
Yeah, but he's getting played out of possession. But you know what? He essentially set up the second goal. I will give Max Aarons a 6 out of 10.
I will give him a 6 out of 10 as well.
But it's a joke. He's being played out of possession to facilitate Tav. Because, Max Aarons, loanee, has to play every game, but you're not playing right back, son, you're playing left back. That's what it is. You're asking a right back to play a role he's never played before at left back, and then playing Furtick. That's going to be tough.
Would James Tavernier be better at left back?
I think he'd be better
in his dressing room.
Left back in the fucking the dressing
right,
room.
Raskin up next. Big Nico Raskin, £30 million man, certainly didn't look it.
Well, I put up for a poll who was the worst player in the first half. I did. Who was it? It was Aarons, Suter, Raskin and Doyle. Raskin won by like 47%.
Can you agree that this guy probably isn't worth the 25-30 million that a lot of Rangers fans are claiming? I mean, I think he's got potential, but I do think that his price tag has been overhyped over the last 6 months. I think the Rangers should be looking at around 15-20 million, but I think when people are suggesting 30, that would make him the highest transfer fee ever received for a Scottish player. Well, for a player in Scotland.
I'll put it this way,
is he worthy of that, though?
The first 45 minutes didn't do him any favour, but as you say, we're not blessed with a lot of players with that. I do believe for him to be going for 25-30, even though Rangers want 25, which I want them to want 25, going to have to add trophies, probably a league title in there. But the rumours is he's signed a 2-year deal. I
just think there's players that have had a bit more potential and shown more in Scotland that have not went for 30 million, so I can't imagine this guy will.
Yeah, but like I said before, O'Reilly, great player, I'm not going to take away from what he did in the league, but nothing really at international level, and that's what these clubs overseas are looking at. They're looking at a guy that is capped for Belgium now and he's starting.
Who do you think's the best player to leave Scotland?
Ever?
Well, that cost a lot of money. I'm still going with Kieran Tierney.
I'd go with Tierney.
I'm looking at the £20+ million players that have left Scotland, and for me, he was the best.
Yeah.
It's not his fault that Mikel Arteta is an absolute weapon who prefers Zinchenko for some weird fucking reason.
I stand by. I think he fucked Arsenal in the league that year, Zinchenko.
He was shite. Honestly, I think if Tierney was playing, Arsenal would have won the league. Right, Raskin. I mean, got the assist with the Curtis goal, so fair play. But first half was poor.
There was moments of brilliance, but the first half was disgusting.
Although, you know what, it's like, I'm not to bash him, but see those kind of assists. How much credit can you really give them? Because
no, but he made a driving run, didn't he?
no, I know, but do you not think some assists can be like perfect, and then other assists can be here? You literally just passed it to the guy last, and he went on to.
No, absolutely. I know what you mean.
Like sometimes we've seen people pass it to Messi in his own half, and Messi will just like run through everybody and score a goal, and it's like, oh, anybody could have gave him that pass.
I could have given it.
But anyway, Raskin, I mean, I'll give him a. I think I'll give him a 6. He got the assist, so yeah.
I'll give him a 5 because the same as Suter for me. Absolute shocking first half, but then turned it around in the second.
Diomande up next.
Bit anonymous.
Yeah.
I'll give. But I think in the midfield you can't really get away with being anonymous compared to the centre back. So I'll give.
Didn't get an assist either.
I'll give him a 6 out of 10.
I'll probably give him a 5. 5.5 here. Right, Rothwell. I mean, a lot of people were digging this guy. A lot of people thought he was top man.
Was he the best midfielder? He didn't do an awful lot wrong, but he didn't do an awful lot right. I thought he was alright.
There was one spell in the first half where he played this pass, a misplaced pass, and the ball came back to him and he took the heaviest touch ever. So within like a 3-second period, he had a wayward pass and like a fucking elephant touch, and to me it just summed up a shite player. But here, I'm not going to judge him over one game, but to me, he wasn't that great. But you know what? I don't think anybody in midfield was that great tonight for Rangers.
Very passive, I think. I'll give him a 6.
I'll give him a 5. And there you go, we've got a 5.5. And that's
me, Rangers,
how do you win a game in the Champions League 2-0 with a midfield with 5.5?
Up next, Kieran Doyle.
Oof. Does this guy got a future at Rangers?
Well, Russell
In fact, they started tonight, you'd maybe think
I think
so.
the fact Rangers won with that front three, man, you'll give them a wee bit of credit.
Yeah, but I mean, see, just look at that front three. Let's isolate that front three for a second. Because I do believe that Raskin and Diomande, they had bad games, right? They're way better players.
That's the strongest Rangers midfield.
Yeah, they're way better players than what they showed last night. As for the front three, though, is that a front three that you can see doing well in Europe in the league phase? Even if it's Europa League, is that a front three that you can see challenging Celtic for the title? Dow, Curtis and Daniel? It's a bit bogging, isn't it?
It is a bit bogging, but thankfully I believe the 3 subs that come on will be the 3 people that will replace them eventually. But we'll go into Curtis, Doyle even. So, I don't know.
I'm giving him a 5.
You know what, though, right?
Just there.
I'm going to give him a 5. But I do think it's harsh on the guy that he's got the lowest rating. Like, to me, Suter and Raskin were absolutely bogging at points. I wouldn't say Kieran Doyle was bogging. But anyway, it's a 5. So,
you give him a 6 if you want.
I'm not changing my rating to facilitate you.
Right.
Right, Curtis. I don't know if this is his first competitive start, but Champions League qualifier, gets a crucial goal, deflection or not, I don't give a shit. He was good. He made crucial tackles. He made great runs. He got their guy sent off as well.
I thought he gave the ball away a lot in the first half.
18-year-old, mate.
Yeah, I know, but I thought a lot of the Rangers attacks.
Well, you love Big John Suter, don't you?
I thought a lot of Rangers attacks ended with him losing the ball. To be fair, but he did get the goal.
He's the only guy trying something. Kieran Doyle didn't want the ball. Fuck it, he's 18. He helped us win. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10.
A 9?
Aye.
I'll give him a 7.
Fuck off, you need to give him an 8.
Do you?
Aye, you don't. No, you don't. You're allowed to give it what you want.
Well, he did get the goal actually, but it was a deflected goal.
He announced himself on the scene, man.
Right, I'll give him a bit of credit. Like, I'll give him an 8.
There we go.
8.5. I think my hand's been twisted there. Right, Danilo up front. I thought he'd done hee-haw.
He's a bit shy, isn't he?
How
many times, folks, did this guy get the ball around the box and just pass it straight to a Panathinaikos player? Too many times.
Well, maybe he looked at his options and he thought, fuck this. I mean, more chance of a green player scoring for me. More chance of one of those Turks scoring an own goal. I'll give Danilo a 5. I mean, Rangers won and kept a clean sheet, so it can't be. It'd be harsh to give him less than a 5. I think the 5's like right down the middle, the basic.
I'll give him a 5. Wasn't much of an outlier up front, so.
Right, Dessers.
Non-existent.
Came on, not a lot of time, didn't do much.
I'll give him a 5.
I mean, mate, I'm tempted to give him a 4. I'm gonna give him a 4.
Fair enough. He could have got on the end of Tav's cross, and 3-0 for me kills the tie.
Igamani.
Right.
I thought he did. I thought he was better than Dessers. Like
I'll give him a 6.
Probably. I think a 6 is fair. I thought he'd done a bit more than Danilo.
To me, he looked fit enough to beg the question why he didn't start.
Yeah, no, I'll give him a 6 then. Right, Gazama.
Right, this guy looked brilliant.
Great goal.
I'm going to give this guy a 9.
What?
What?
I'll give him an 8.
What do you mean you're going to give? Well, what do you mean what? The guy scored with his second touch, and then he was ripping them to shreds.
So I'm not allowed to give him an 8?
No, you are, but you're fucking questioning why a 9's too high. Is this not everything you'd want for a sub?
True.
To me, it's easier to impress in 15 minutes, 20 minutes than it is over 90.
Well, speaking of impressing, this guy's never really impressed me at Rangers. Barami.
Yeah, they tried to sub him on, and then the fourth official was like, mate, you've got holes in your socks. And then he sent him back, he started booting the... Apparently that's a gimmick.
Is that a reason for not getting brought on? You've holes in your socks?
Aye. They do it so it like lets their like Achilles breathe, so they don't get in. There's like less chance of an injury, but the fourth official wasn't having it. Guy got about 5 minutes. I'll give him a 5, man. It'd be too harsh to give him a 4.
Like I did Dessers. If I shafted Dessers there.
Yeah.
Right, Russell Martin, the gaffer, the man in charge.
Right, I think he got the first half wrong. I mean, I think we can all accept that. But he kept attacking. I think all the subs were correct. It's what you want to see. Don't want to see any defensive subs. He didn't do that. I will give Russell Martin...
I'll give him a 7.
I'll give him a 7
I mean,
out of 10.
listen,
a good start to his career.
It wasn't the greatest game, but it's a 2-0 win at home in the Champions League. What more do you want?
Yeah, and I think the crucial thing is here, if Panathinaikos have their shooting boots on and Rangers don't get a wee bit lucky...
Could have been like a 2 or a 3, like, to be fair.
Could have been out of sight in the first half.
Yeah. And then Russell Martin's not getting a 7.
No. Absolutely not, man.
Anyway, that's it. Russell Martin. We're both giving him a 7. There's your player ratings. Butland and Curtis and Gazima.
Who you giving your man of the match?
You know what? Oh, I don't... I'll get to Gazima, actually. You know what?
I'll get to Gazima because to me,
that goal has that's changed the tie. I'm not saying 2-0 secures it, but is it a big difference between finishing 1-0 and 2-0?
Yep, and also second touch is Rangers' career.
Plus,
sticks it in the back of the net.
His goal was better than Curtis's. I mean, it was a clean strike. Curtis, no, I don't want to take anything away from Curtis, but it did take a deflection. So I'll give Gazima it.
Absolutely, and I'll agree with that. He looks a step above. And hopefully...
Could he be a player that we see leaving Scotland for 20 plus million in a couple of seasons?
I think so, yeah. But here, I don't want to put too much... Fuck, what age is he? I don't even know what age he is.
23?
Could be. It'll be interesting to see, guys, what happens in the future, but... Tell you what, Finlay Curtis... Fair play to Martin, I'll say this. Because he's actually thrown this young kid in at the deep end, and it's been paid back. How many years have I wanted young players we promised to be played? Like Barry played like it was a job audition. We knew Barry wasn't getting the job, and he continued just to like ruin players' careers. Let's face fucking facts about it.
Well, maybe Barry thought otherwise. Anyway, guys, 2-0 win for Rangers against Panathinaikos. Good result, helps the coefficient. Everything's good, and now all eyes are on Hibernian and Dundee United. So make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll be back soon with more feds. Until next time, peace.